Hello and good evening, and welcome to Politics 101 on Thursday evening. Thursday evening. Welcome to all of you who are joining us, and we greet you tonight with the news that political prisoner Kidackie Amsterdam has been uh, put on bail. He's out of police custody as we speak. Today he was passed through the courts and was put on $200,000 bail, and he is at home tonight. Welcome to Politics 101. Welcome. It's Thursday evening here in Guyana, a police state. This Guyana under the PPP has chalked up so many descriptions. We know it's an apartheid state. We know it's an emerging fascist state. It is a police state. All of that. Welcome to Politics 101. Please share the link and let everyone know that we are on tonight. We're on tonight. We come tonight with the news that Kidackie Amsterdam is free. He is free. He was passed through court today and is out on bail. So welcome to Politics 101. Welcome to Politics 101. Good evening to all of you, wherever you're joining us from, whether you're joining us from Guyana or whether you're joining us from the wider Caribbean or you're joining us from North America, Europe, South America, or further afield. Welcome to Politics 101. Welcome to Politics 101. It's good to be on again tonight. I know we were on this morning holding the fort for Kidackie, and as you would know from the news circulating on social media, that Kidackie is now out of police custody on bail. Lots has been happening. Lots has been happening. We still have the situation in Linden that they're cleaning up that situation there, and the government, of course, is trying to divert attention from the injustices that are being um, meted out to the people of Guyana, and the neglect of those areas that are considered opposition strongholds. Those areas have been neglected. And what happened in Linden this past week is a direct consequence of that. Well, the Ministry of Education is saying that they're willing to talk, but the teachers must go back to school. The teachers have said, the teachers union, reading a report here today, have said that they are prepared to negotiate from 2022 to 2025. They had said that they wanted to negotiate from 2019. The government has resisted that. Now, the GTU seems to be putting a compromise position on the table, 2022 to 2025. We shall see what the government is saying. We understand that the Minister of Education and others are of the view that they should meet the teachers along the way. There should be some compromise. But we understand the big dogs in the PPP. The big dogs in the PPP do not want to budge 1 inch when it comes to the teachers. We also come on here tonight with news that they're targeting Politics 101 and that they are considering charges on the host of Politics 101. We understand that the Attorney General has taken charge of taking care of the social media programs, and they've targeted the WPA, and that they are targeting this show. We understand that they've been combing every show, every Politics 101 show, looking for some statement by a guest that they would be able to use. Um, we heard the vice president today telling the police they're too slow. They're too slow in going after us. So they've given directive, we understand, to the police to go after us. Jack Dio said that the WPA is an extremist organization. He has now labeled us an extremist party and has given the police the go ahead. Say they're too slow in dealing with us. And we have gotten word from the inside. We have gotten word from inside of the PPP that Nandalal has given directives to the police to go after Politics 101 and to go after this host. So they are present combing through all the Politics 101 program, looking for something so that they can charge the host of Politics 101. They are on the ropes. They are on the ropes. They are on the ropes. We shall see. We shall see. Good evening to all of you, and welcome to Politics 101. Welcome to all of you, wherever you're joining us from. Wherever you're joining us from, welcome to our program. We come tonight with the news, that Kidackie Amsterdam is out this morning. Without notifying his lawyers, without notifying his family, they sneaked him into court. And some Buxtonians happened to be around the court area and saw them sneaking in and were able to call to Buxton to the family and to inform the family. And the case was called. Kidackie appeared before the magistrate. The magistrate asked if he had legal representation. He said yes, he does have legal representation. Nigel Hughes is his lawyer. And the police was asked whether they informed the lawyer that they were passing his client through court. I don't know if they answered, but she stopped the proceedings and asked for a call to be made to the lawyer, and they were able to give Kidackie a phone call to call Mr. Hughes. Mr. Hughes went over and was able to make representation on Kidackie's behalf. They did not want his lawyer to be there because their plan was to ask the court not to grant him bail. In fact, they made the case before the court that he should not be granted bail. The court, however, put him on $200,000 bail. So again, they sneaked him into court without the knowledge of his family, his comrades, or his lawyer. And the plan was to railroad him through court, deny him bail, and to remand him to prison. Luckily, there were some Buxtonians around the area of the court, and they were able to call the family. But even before then, after then, as he appeared before the magistrate asked if he had a lawyer, and he said yes. He named the lawyer, and the magistrate permitted him to call his lawyer. The lawyer was able to get there in time and to make representation on his behalf. The state tried to have the court deny him bail, but the court eventually put him on $200,000 bail. And we were able to lodge the bail, And thank you all again for your contributions to the fund. We were able to use that fund, use the contributions from that fund to lodge bail, $200,000 bail for Kidackie. They asked him to lodge his passport. And so his son had to go all the way up to Buxton to get his passport and to bring it. And his passport is now lodged with the court. Um, and he is to appear to report to the police station once every week, I think, once every week, once every week. So that's the situation. He was eventually bailed. His passport was lodged, and he was freed. He's now at home in Buxton. For all of you who have been inquiring during the day, that is what transpired today. And as he was being freed, we got news from inside the government. We got news from inside the government that Anil Nandalal, the Attorney General, has instructed the police to go after the WPA and to close down our shows. The target is now this show and this host. And we are hearing that they have already something that they have sent to the DPP, and waiting on the DPP to give them a go ahead to file charges against this host and perhaps guest. They have been combing through this show looking for something to pin on me and to pin on guests who would have been on the show. That is the news. And we got that from inside the Attorney General's office. The Attorney General's office, that's where it came from. And we're making it public that the Attorney General has instructed the police to go after the WPA and to charge. And the next target is this show and this host. That news has come to us, leaked to us from inside the Attorney General's office, and we are making it public here tonight. We are making it here public tonight. Later on at his press conference, Mr. Jack Dio labeled the WPA as an extremist organization and said the police is moving too slow. Moving too slow. So they've given the police the go-ahead to come after us. So we are making it public. And we got the leaked information from the office of the Attorney General, his chambers. It was leaked by a PPP operative who felt that they're being unfair. And the PPP operative leaked information to us that the Attorney General has given instructions to the police to go after the WPA and to file more charges against Kidackie Amsterdam and to find charges to level against me and against others. We understand they are targeting Dion Abrams. And so they have decided that they are going to use the police to harass, to crush the WPA. That's where things are tonight as we come on here. But again, the good news is that Kidackie Amsterdam is now at home. That was not the plan of the government. They sneaked him into court this morning without the knowledge of his lawyer. So he went into court unrepresented. And they were trying to get the magistrate to remand him to prison without bail. The magistrate halted the proceedings and permitted Kidackie to call his lawyer. And Mr. Nigel Hughes was able to get to the court in time and to make representation on behalf of Kidackie. They resisted. They asked the court not to give him bail because, as they say, the incident, the charges are prevalent. The charges for cybercrime are prevalent. The magistrate put him on bail $200,000 bail, the $200,000 bail. We were able to bail him. They held him there while they went to Buxton to get his passport, because his passport had to be lodged at the court. We were able to do that and got him out of the police lockups. And as I said, as we were taking him out of the lockups, we got leaked information from Anil Nandalal's office, the office of the Attorney General, that they have now declared war on the WPA. They've declared war on the WPA, and they are coming after us. The next targets, we understand, are Dion Abrams and David Hines. These are the next two targets. And they are right now combing over this show to see if they can find anything that they can charge us with. Now, as you know, the call originally, they wanted to charge Kidackie based on a complaint made by Mohammed Kwelanda. That was what they told us on Tuesday. That is why he was arrested. Later on in the night, the police changed that story and said that they were now charging him. They were now charging him with aiding and abetting a caller who called in and made some remarks. Kidackie issued a disclaimer. They released the tape to the public without the disclaimer. Those of you who are on the program this morning saw that we were able to play the entire tape with Kidackie issuing a disclaimer immediately after the caller made his statements. Yet they charge him. Clearly, there is no case. Clearly, that was not the intention. The intention was to charge him for the Kwelanda statement. But that issue is already before the court in a civil matter. And to have brought a criminal matter would be double jeopardy. So they backpedaled from that. And they had to find something. So they have this ridiculous charge that he aided and abetted a cybercrime with somebody who wants to kill the president, as they say, and members of his cabinet. And that is not that Kidackie made any statement. That a caller called in and Kidackie put a disclaimer, yet they charge him. Vice President Jack Dio said WPA is an extremist organization. An extremist organization. That is what he said today in his press conference. I want to quote him here. I'm looking for the quotation. In one of the things. In which he has said that we are an extremist organization and that the police is moving too slow. That is what Jack Dio said. The police is moving too slow. And so instructions have been given to the police, to move against the WPA. So that is where things are. He has labeled the WPA what he calls an extremist organization who nobody knows. But yet this organization that nobody knows, they have now given instruction to go after. As we said last night on this program, that we are not surprised at that. We are not surprised at that approach by the government. Word has come to us from inside the Attorney General's office, from inside his cabinet. Somebody, a big PPP person from inside his cabinet, has leaked the information to us that he has instructed the police to bring charges against Dion Abrams and David Hines. and they are trying to get the DPP involved in the situation. So that's where things are at the moment. Kidackie Amsterdam is free, but we understand they intend to bring more charges against him. Um, we understand that a declaration was made by the Attorney General that the WPA must be crushed, that they are going to find ways and means to imprison all of us. That is the latest development. Welcome to all of you who are joining us tonight. The show must go on. We will continue to carry the struggle. We will continue to do what we are doing. We will continue to inform and educate Guyanese people. We will continue to use whatever platform there is at our disposal to expose this government and to let people know that this government itself has declared war against the opposition, in particular, war against African Guyanese. We understand that they are trying to separate the opposition and to divide the opposition and to isolate some of us for prosecution. We shall see. We shall see. Welcome to Politics 101 on Thursday night. We say a special welcome to those who are joining us from Linden. The situation in Linden, we understand, continues. It is still dread there. We understand the government has gone in and they are trying to do some little cleanup now. Why they couldn't do the cleanup before? They went in before they took the big thing there, the big flag raising ceremony, and they, did some little things around without dealing with the problem. Here is Jack Dio today at his press conference. I'm quoting him here. I think the police have to address these matters seriously, not because it is personal, but because if we allow this violent rhetoric to take hold of our society, then it could lead to unintended consequences. And what he did, what Kidackie did, was illegal and seditious. Wow, illegal and seditious. If you look at what he says, he wants to behead the head of state of Guyana. He's accusing Kidackie Amsterdam of saying that he wants to behead the head of state of Guyana. You all heard the tape. You all heard the tape. Yet here is the vice president. Here is the vice president accusing Kidackie Amsterdam of saying that he would behead the head of state. And he went on to say, this is the extremism of the WPA and the failed people who are there. So this party has gone far away from Walter Rodney's vision of Guyana. They are a fringe party. Nobody knows about them. They live on past glories on the Walter Rodney era. And what we have are just racists there, posing as if they're representing African Guyanese. All of that. And the party is a fringe party. Nobody knows us. Nobody knows us. Yes, yet they've given instructions to arrest all of us. This fringe party that nobody knows. This party that has strayed away from Walter Rodney's vision. And there he is, lying. I'm quoting him again. I think the police have to address these matters seriously. He's giving instruction to the police. Not because it is personal, but because if we allow this violent rhetoric to take hold of our society, then it could lead to unintended consequences. And what he did was illegal. Kidackie Amsterdam. And seditious. Wow. If you look at what he says, he wants to behead the head of state. He accused the police of being delinquent and slow. on the matter. So we have the Attorney General and the Vice President giving instructions, giving in broad daylight, giving instructions to the police. This is the police state that we live in. This is the police state that we live in. Who can be more violent in their rhetoric than Bara Jagdeo? Who can be more violent in their rhetoric than Bara Jagdeo? The violence that man has unleashed on Guyanese people over the years. Who can be more violent? Bara Jagdeo presided over a government that killed hundreds of African Guyanese men. Bara Jagdeo presided over the Phantom Squad. The PPP presided over the killing of 3 people in Linden. The PPP presided over the killing of Orrin Boston, Peter Hendy, the Henry brothers, Harris Singh, Quindon Bacchus. Who can be more extremist and violent than Jagdeo's PPP? And yet that man has the temerity to sit there and talk about people being extremists and violent. Lying on Kidackie Amsterdam, saying that Kidackie wants to be the head of state. Lying. He can't say he doesn't know what he's talking about. The tape is there in public. Kidackie never uttered a word. And we got the shocking news, as we said, from inside their cabinet, somebody from inside the Attorney General's inner circle, that he has given the go-ahead for them to eliminate the WPA by putting us in jail on trumped-up charges. When he was told that Dr. Hines never uttered any violent words on his program, he gave instructions to find the program and go through all the programs and find something on the program to charge me and to charge Dion Abrams and perhaps our other brothers. The PPP is panicking. They're panicking. And this fringe party, they're now calling extremists and saying that we are saying things that will have unintended consequences. They're trying to muzzle us. They're trying to shut us up. They're trying to hide after the debacle with Congressman Jackson. Congressman Jackson was here for the last week. And he saw and he heard. And he's going to go back to America and tell the American people the PPP is panicking. They're panicking. They thought they could arrest Kidackie and the congressman would know nothing, because they thought they brought the congressman here and they put some PPP eyes in him so that he will see with their eyes. But he took away that eye that they were trying to give him and fling it back in their faces. And did his own thing, went to Mocha, walked around Georgetown, spoke to Guyanese, spoke to leaders and spoke to Guyanese citizens, and got the real deal. He took notes. And the PPP is panicking that the world will now know what they've been trying to keep a secret. And so they've decided that they are going to label some of us extremists. I don't care what they talk about extremists. If we are extremists for justice, then I have no problem with that, because that is what we are. We are extremists for justice. We are extremists for equality, racial equality. We are extremists for shared governance in this country, where this country is governed by all its people and the representatives of all its people. We are extremists for the equal and equitable distribution of the wealth of Guyana, and that is why we put that extremist proposal on the table, that each family should be given, they should take 1/10 of the oil money and distribute it equally to each family in Guyana, each household in Guyana. We put that extremist proposal on the table. We are extremists for equality and equitable distribution of wealth, Mr. Jagdeo. We are extremists for racial justice. We are extremists for justice for those people, those black boys that you have murdered, your government has murdered. Your government has blood on its hands. You are an extremist leader. Yes, we are extremists for our people. We are extremists for our supporters. We are extremists when it comes to saying no to political murder. Yes, Mr. Jagdeo, we are extremists. We are extremists for justice. We are extremists for fairness. We are extremists. Only today, while I was at the court waiting for Kidackie, forklifts and bulldozers were there. I saw with my own eyes forklift under the stalls of black women trying to destroy and dismantle their stall. I had to intervene. I had to intervene. And the men, all of them, black men, who were sent to dismantle the stalls of those women. Those women were pleading. I had to intervene. And to get them, to give them a few more hours to get their stands away. Yes, we are extremists for justice. We are extremists for justice for those women. I didn't ask them which party they belong to. I didn't ask them whether they were PPP, PNC, or WPA. I was told what was happening. I left my business at the court with Kidackie and went over there and saw the forklifts under those people's stall ready with all the people thing inside. And I had to intervene. Yes, I am an extremist when it comes to defending the rights and the dignity of poor people. And if you want to jail me for that, jail me for that. Jail me quickly. You all damn ice-pass people in this country. You all feel that the country is you all. And you all can do what you want. And nobody must say nothing, must say anything. You all believe that you all have some of the politicians in a corner because you scream at them and you expect us to go and hide on the rock. You have declared war on us. You have declared war on the WPA. And we have decided that we are going to stand firm. We are going to stand firm. We are going to stand firm. You have declared war on Kidackie Amsterdam. For no offense. He has not committed an offense. You have put in words in his mouth. Kidackie Amsterdam never said that he would behead any head of state. Yet you, Mr. Jagdeo, are lying. Here is what you say. I think the police have to address these matters seriously. And what he did, what Kidackie did, was illegal. What the hell Kidackie did that was illegal and seditious? You are a damn liar. You're a damn liar. What he did was illegal and seditious. What the hell he did that was illegal and seditious? You're a liar, big man. You have taken this country down to a low. You're a political thug. That's what you are. And you're a coward. Because you sit behind the defense of the government and the power that you think you have. And think that you can run roughshod. You're a damn coward and you're a thug. A political thug. Jail me quickly. People, you think people voted for you all? Those people who voted for you all, the Indian guy news who voted for you all think they voted for you all to jail people and to oppress people? No, they did not. You all have taken their votes. And you all are governing like damn thugs. What manner of men are you? Flooding out the people of Linden. Denying funds, government funds, to the municipality, to the regional government, because they didn't vote for you. Went there and pampered yourself, and then the place is flooded a few days after. And talking about development. Governments are elected to govern, to distribute resources fairly, to do meaningful development. But you all think you all are elected to jail people and to kill people. Damn thugs. You sit there every Thursday with your thuggy self, dressed in a suit and tie. A thug dressed in suit and tie. The worst sight. I wonder what you say to your children when you go home. Your children when you go home. I wonder what you say to them. Your children. What do you say to your children at night? I spent my time today jailing Kidackie Amsterdam. I spent my time today calling WPA thugs. That's what you're going to tell your nieces and nephews? Because I understand you don't have children. And that's not a curse. That's not a curse if you don't have children. I'm sure you have nieces and nephews. What are you telling them? That I was being a big fuck today? Barrett? I don't get personal with you all. I do not get personal. That's what you all are doing. Putting on your suit and tie every day and going to these government offices, fleecing on the monies of the people of Guyana and using it to oppress your fellow citizens. Good evening to all of you. Good evening to all of you who have just joined us in Politics 101 tonight. I'd like to thank all of you who have contributed to helping us to get Kidackie Amsterdam out of the lockups. They're sneaking into court today, trying to remand him, to send him to jail. Didn't tell his lawyer anything. They gave him $200,000 bail, $200,000 bail. But thanks to the contributions of ordinary people, we were able to post that bail. I would like to thank you, UB, I'd like to thank Roger C. I would like to thank Christabel J. I would like to thank Janice B., Reginald W., Gladys R., Hyacinth J., Robin B., Evadne J., Base C., Brenda B., KB, Jillian J., Paulette G., Lester B., Okolo C., Lancelot T., Montague G., Frederick D., Aubrey P., Here's the J., Donald A., Courtney O., Eunice S. There's some more here. Some more here. Ann K., Lennox J., Tyron P., Reginald H., Patricia B., Howard B., Paula R., Linda C., Cheryl S., Yvonne H., Randy R., Carl F., Natalie A. I think we got most of you there. There are some others that we also have to thank. Some of you we thanked last night. So if you heard your name twice, we would like to thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for contributing to this cause. And we would like to, the information is there on the screen to continue, because we will have to defend ourselves against these political thugs sitting in high places. Would like to thank Yuri, Calvin G., Lynette S., Errol G., Cheryl G., Deborah S., Errol G., Cheryl W., Kurt C., Anissa S., Agre G., Kofi A., Andrew V., Eon F., Lorraine B., Rebecca M., Brentnell M., Priska B., Diane B., Lynette R., Ingrid H., Denise C., Brian W., Rosamond P., Wayne A., Jillian B., Karen B., Novella, Edward S., Karen B. We would like to thank all of you for contributing to our worthy cause. Your contributions are partly responsible for Kidackie being free tonight, because your contributions went towards posting bail for him tonight. It is the highest contribution that one can make to the struggle for those who are standing up for justice, those who are standing up for justice. And you, the ordinary people, are standing with us. We want to thank you so much for that. There's still some others that I have to thank, and I will get to it in short order. Welcome to Politics 101. We're not giving up this struggle. We are continuing the struggle. As we said, we have gotten word from a top PPP person in the inner circle of Anil Nandalal that he has given instructions to the police to exterminate the WPA, first by finding charges under the cybercrime to put against us, and that they are going after Kidackie Amsterdam. They're not done with him I understand, we understand that they are looking for other charges to bring against him. Sandra G, thank you so much. June S, thank you much. Jem T, thank you very much. Denise S, thanks. Thanks, Sharon E. Thank you, Dion V, James B, Hazel L, Gregory D. Thank you all so much. Thank you all so much for your contributions. And they came in on time so that we could meet the bail. And as we are saying, based on what we are hearing, they are coming after us. But we are no strangers to struggle. We are not strangers to struggle. Yes, Wayne is the attorney dunce. That's what they've cooked up. That is what they're using the Guyanese people money to do, to go after us. If we are a no party that nobody knows, how can a no party be extremists? Nobody knows we are nothing. We are nothing. Yet we are extremists. We are appearing as though we are representing African Guyanese. You do not represent African Guyanese. You represent some African Guyanese fools that you have around you. You can never represent African Guyanese, Barajag. You'll never. You're a political thug. You will go down in history as that. A political thug that has taken this country to the depths of nothingness. Every day you lift up your frock, and show your red panty. Lift up your dress and show your red drawers. Like a common prostitute, a political prostitute. That's what you are. And you dare to tell people that they're extremists? What do you know of us? I'm tired of you all bullies and think that all black people are cowards. You all are the cowards. Good evening to all of you and welcome to Politics 101. Welcome to Politics 101. And we're not backing down. We're not backing down. This country belongs to us too. This country belongs to all of us. All of us. But you all think that you all have the patent to everything in this place. Because we've been playing the politics by the book. And we're going to continue to play it by the book, but we're going to play it by our book. Damn, I pass black people in this country. I pass black people. That's what you all think you all can take a black man from America and bring him here and turn him into a common slave. How dare you all? We are making sport. We are making sport. We have no guns. You all have the guns. You all have the guns that you are stockpiling in your homes. You all private armies. And then you all are using the police to come after black people. The word is out. The word is out. The word is out. I'm sleeping with my door open tonight. You all don't have to come and bang it down. Set of damn cowards. That's what you all are. Come in the open space and let's debate. Let's debate policies. Let's debate development. Good evening to all of you and welcome to Politics 101. Kidackie is home for now. Kidackie is home for now. They're planning to take him out again. Yes, my brother, we are against extreme racism. Yes, we are. Yes, we are against extreme racism. We are against extreme police brutality. We are against extreme economic genocide. We are against extreme police killing of people's children. You all are a set of political zombies. Every time you all are in power, all kinds of things are befalling this country. When it's not flooding, it's something else. A set of blights, political blights. We are going to continue to keep our voices open. We are going to continue to keep our voices open. You all want us to always be talking about elections and talking about votes. Yes, we have to talk about elections because it's via elections that we are going to get you all out. So we've got to talk about elections, but we got to talk about proper elections. You all want us to be talking all kinds of nonsense. You all want us to be talking about class. You all take Marxism, Leninism out of you all and socialism out of your constitution. And what you all didn't tell the world is that you all replace them with racism. You all take out Marxism, Leninism, and put in racism. That's what you all have done. You all take out socialism and put in anti-black racism in your constitution. Because that's what you all are governing by, a set of political thugs. That's what you all are. You all talk about Burnham. Burnham was a little Sunday school boy. Compare with you all. A little Sunday school boy compare with you all. He had more class. Compare with you. A set of political zombies. Bag your all faces. Those of you who have children, you're all going to go home tonight and tell your all children, we tried to send Kidackie Amsterdam to Camp Street. For the last 2 days, we took away his liberty. That's what you all are going to tell your children. What a shame. And those of you all who don't have children, that's what you all are going to tell your nieces and nephews. What a shame. What a shame. The WPA is a fringe party, yet it's the fringe party that you all want to jail. It's the fringe party you all want to kill. Last night at 4 o'clock, strange cars are parked in front of Kidackie's home. You all are trying to kill that brother. That's what you all are trying to do. To send your baby thugs to kill that brother. That's what you all are, that's how you all are governing this country. You're sitting there as vice president and telling the police how to do their work. The police moving too slow. You are instructing the police what to do and calling yourself democracy and Democrats. You're worse than Hitler, worse than Mussolini, worse than P.K. Botha, worse than all the extremists that we have known. Jack Dio. That you have brought this country to a low. There's no longer any decent political discourse. Every week you sit down there and you turn our children into cuss birds instead of negotiating with the teachers for better wages and salary. You tell them, let forego the exam, just put the children over. You all sit down in your central committee and say the children are black people children, and if black man teacher they on strike, put them black people children over, whether they pass or not. Our children, they're in private schools. Some of the private schools you all own. So sit down there in your central committee and saying, let us strike. And we could put the picnic over without the passing exam. They're dunces. Black people are dunces anyway. That's what you all sit down and say in there and talking about in your cabinet. And you all black people, you all better start getting your act together. You all better start getting your act together. Because ultimately, they're coming for, it's you all they're coming for. They want to get us out of the way so they can push you all back in slavery. And they got some black people, well-to-do middle-class black people, who still behaving as though they're in the colonial era. The struggle goes on. We're not giving it up. We're not giving it up. And I want to thank those people from in the bosom of the PPP who was able to leak that information to us today. There's still some decent ones among you all. And you all are trying to get the DPP involved. To get the DPP to sign off on your nonsense. Put Kidackie Amsterdam with common criminals in a cell so that they can kill him in that cell. That's what you all are doing. I was a political prisoner under Burnham. I was never with common criminals. Was never put with common criminals. You all put Kidackie with common criminals so that they could kill him in that cell. That's your plan. You all are nothing else but cowards. But by the grace of God and the vibes of our ancestors, we're going to keep on going. We're going to keep on going. We're going to keep on going. The word is out. The word is out of your plan. And if those in the PNC believe that by bobbing and weaving, they're coming for you all too, the plan is to move us out first and then come for you all. I'd like to thank all of you who have stood with us, who have stood with Brother Kidackie. He's back at home. He's back with his family. And the struggle continues. Thank all those of you who have contributed to the Defense Fund and those of you who continue to contribute to the Defense Fund, because this is for the long haul. This is for the long haul. Brother Kidackie is on $200,000 bail. He has to report to the police every week, every Monday. He has to report to the police station. He had to lodge his passport at the court. If he has to travel, he has to apply for permission to travel. So the bail is conditional. The bail is conditional. But the government didn't want him to get bail. They didn't want him to get bail. They wanted him. That is why they sneaked him into court. Sneaked him into court. His lawyer knew nothing. Thank God for the magistrate who halted the proceedings and waited for Nigel Hughes to get to court. Kidackie had to order them to give him a phone to call Nigel so that Mr. Hughes could go to court and represent his client. That's what these political thugs are doing. Sneak that man into court. And when they were moving Kidackie from one station to the other, they wanted to put him in a canter. And when he refused to go into the canter, one of the police assaulted him. These things have to come out. When he refused to go into the canter, putting him in a canter, the back of a canter, a little canter. And when he refused to do, one of the police assaulted him. Everything out in the public. Everything out in the public. The instructions that are given to the DPP to sign off on charges against Dion Abrams and David Hines and Takumo Gunse and more charges for Kidackie Amsterdam. We're not giving up. We're not giving up. We're not giving up. Terror in this country, because the country is ruled by political terrorists. The country is ruled by political terrorists. We would like to thank all of you for staying with us. Thank all of you for staying with us. The struggle goes on. To the people of Linden, keep up the struggle. Keep up the struggle. Keep up the struggle. God bless Jonathan Jackson. God bless him. That they tried to set him up, but he ended up setting them up. Those political brutes. Those political brutes. Because that's what they are. That's what they are. That's what they are. We continue the struggle tomorrow. We're not going anywhere. We're not hiding anywhere. We are in the open space. They're governing. They want to govern by fear. They want to govern by violence. They want to bury the political opposition. They want to bury those of you who support the political opposition. They want to bury black people. They want to bury black people. That's what they want. They want this country to be a country of their kind alone. That they can't force us out into the sea. So they're going to keep us here. They're going to keep us here and they're going to kill us. That's their plan. That's the instructions they've given to the police. Charge them, jail them, and if you can't charge and jail them, kill them. The instructions that were given to the police today, coming out of the office of the Attorney General, Anil Nandalal. And Jack Dio, of course, with his boss mouth, he led the story out by saying, we are extremists and the police moving too slow. And you move quick, police. You can always depend on Jack Dio to put it out in the open. But before he put it out in the open, somebody from the inside already tell us what their plans are. We come in peace here tonight. We have been holding back our people because we have said that violence begets violence. And we've been down that road in this country before. We don't want to go down that road again. We are holding back our people. And you're lying on Kidackie Amsterdam that he said he wants to be at the head of state. You're lying on that man, Jack. You're such a bare-faced liar, big man. Oh, Jesus Christ, you have no shame, Barrett. It's Thursday night. Tomorrow is Friday. And we come back again to continue the struggle against extremism in our country. I'll see you all tomorrow. If I'm not here, somebody will be doing the show, because the show must go on. The show must go on.